Hello and welcome. I am honored to share with you the introduction to Stephen Prosapio's novel, Dream War. I hope you can appreciate how he blends actual historical events together with his fictional world. Now without further ado, the opening pages of Dream War. Given the mysteries of the human mind, it was perhaps inevitable that the CIA would one day invade our dreams. Since the beginning of human history, dreams have been considered an element of the supernatural world. The Jewish Torah as well as the Christian Bible tell stories of them used as divine messages, warnings, and visions. Muhammad claims to have received much of the Quran from dreams. As civilization progressed, great warriors and generals used dreams to inspire themselves and their men in battle. Legend holds that Spartacus, the leader of the most successful slave uprising against Rome, was told in a dream the exact time to initiate his revolt. Hundreds of years later, Emperor Constantine dreamt of the cross and the quote, "In this sign, you shall conquer." When Constantine ordered crosses placed on the uniforms of his men the next morning before battle, his outnumbered forces prevailed, altering the course of history. Christianity became the state religion of the Roman Empire. By the Middle Ages, dreams had fallen into the realm of the occult and were viewed as shameful and sinful. In 1431, even after countless victories in France, Joan of Arc was put to death for her visions. Religious leaders believed that, since the Church alone could interpret God's word, visions and revelations made directly to individuals must be demonic or sent directly from the devil. It wasn't until 1899 that Sigmund Freud became the first to suggest that dreams are linked to a person's particular psychological issues and are linked to a person's subconscious mind. His work, as well as that of Carl Jung, led to onerology, the scientific study of dreams. In 1953, Dr. Nathaniel Kleitman discovered that during specific periods of sleep, humans experienced rapid eye movements, or REM. Later studies furthered the hypothesis that the REM stage of sleep either caused dreams, or vice versa. During the 1960s and early 1970s, the Harvard Laboratory of Neurophysiology conducted extensive studies which determined that REM sleep originates with the release of a chemical called acetylcholine. This brain-produced substance activates a region at the base of the brain called the pons. Latin for bridge, the pons transport signals to the brain's frontal region called the thalamus, which in turn passes them along to the cerebral cortex for interpretation. These signals bombard the sleeping mind with images. Simply put, one part of the brain creates images, while the other attempts to decipher them. After his participation in onerology studies at Harvard, Dr. Bernard Hyde made a groundbreaking discovery. He documented that as individuals experience dream visualizations, heart rates change, breathing rates decline, and brainwaves are altered. He further postulated that dreams cause brains to emit endorphins and an electrochemical element that is unique to each individual's brain. Essentially, he discovered what would later be referred to in layman's terms as a dream print. Hyde's experiments continued through the 1970s while he taught at La Sapienza University in Rome. Once the CIA learned that Dr. Hyde had successfully designed a system for cataloging dream prints, they called him back to the States and funded a shell organization, the Onerology Institute of America. From that point, his work was their property and became highly classified. A leak, the last known one, surfaced in July 1980. It reported the development of a bleeding-edge device, Nocturne, a slightly altered acronym for Night-Oriented Connection to Uncover and Retrieve Information. According to the report, which was quickly squelched in the interests of national security, Hyde's team had learned to translate brainwaves of their subjects. Moreover, it could then transmit images into the brainwaves of the target subject, actually affecting his dreams. It wasn't long before they developed a method for linking the brainwaves of an operative to the sleeping brainwaves of a subject. The CIA was, as is sometimes said in the intelligence community, flying through green lights. Perhaps the next step, as well as the subsequent string of events, was inevitable. Disastrous, but nonetheless inevitable. Please go to Amazon.com or Smashwords.com in order to download and enjoy a copy of Dream War. Oh, and one last thing. Beware of nightmares.